my primary website that I'm best known for is breakthroughmarketingsecrets.com, where I actually teach marketers, copywriters, and direct response entrepreneurs how to grow their business with effective direct response marketing. And I also have worked as a professional copywriter since 2010 and a full-time marketer since 2005. And a few years back, I connected with Joseph on a recommendation from actually a really well-respected personal friend. And we've just developed this relationship through time where I keep getting better in my business and as a person because I have Joseph to not only reflect things off of like a mirror, which a good coach will do, but also because he, to use that analogy, Joseph changes the image in the mirror to give me a better picture of myself. So he brings his experience to the table and says, well, what if you focus on this? What if you focus on this? What if you focus on this? Based on his experience, based on his work with other clients, and helps me become a better, more productive entrepreneur, helps me get better results in my business, helps me be honest with myself when it's hard to do on my own, because he is bringing that to the table. One of the things that Joseph has really worked with me on is to continue to refine and develop my process. So I'm in a traditionally creative field, being a marketing person, being a writer. The things that I do are often considered creative, and they're often considered the playground of creative people. And actually, before getting into business, I thought of myself as a fairly spontaneous, free-willed, creative person. And I've also realized that to be a high-performance entrepreneur, I need that creativity, and I need to be able to channel that creativity. But oftentimes, channeling that creativity also involves having processes and systems and structures in place that are able to fully leverage the use of that. And so, for example, right now, I have a word of the year, and my word of the year this year is process. And a lot of that is actually based on, and I have it, you can't see it in the video, but I have it right next to my desk up on the wall here, that I look at every day, that my word of the year is process. And a lot of what Joseph has helped me do through our weekly meetings, through our, I actually do daily updates. Joseph and I, in the context of our relationship, figured out that was the most effective thing for me. Was I send him daily updates of what I'm doing for the day and where my progress is and how my business is going. And having these processes in place where I'm doing daily tracking, I'm doing weekly check-ins where it's a review of what's been happening, any issues that have come up, and what can be done in my business to move them forward over the next week. And then the occasional more broader strategic conversation, like all of this, and not just the processes and systems that we've put in place, some of which I've brought to the table, some of which Joseph has brought to the table, all of which we've influenced by our work together. It's not just having those in place, but also having and refining the technical systems that I'm using to influence that, to make sure that I'm hitting on all cylinders with that. When I look back at where I was a few years ago before I ran into Joseph and where I am now in terms of that, I know that I am just creating a bigger and brighter and more abundant future for myself, for my business, for my family, for the customers and clients that I serve, because I have all of these processes and systems in place because of my work with Joseph.